also PH Nationals 2025 for 7K major category. I'm here once again, Paul Kappa speaking, and yeah, this is a match between nickulott versus bojii. So this is one of the most spicy matches as well that we're gonna see here on this tournament. So yeah, without further ado, let's just see what is this one. So bojii being eliminated, being brought down to the loser's bracket unexpectedly due to unforeseen circumstances. Is actually being a force to reckon with onto the lower bracket, and we have here nickulott, one of the regular participants in these competitions. So him getting improving as time passes by is also a nice fit on this one. So yeah, while waiting on to the other stream, I think there's there's actually they're actually on to the rock or per se. Let's just see. So, yeah. Okay. There you go. We're on the other screen. So on this one, I can see here that nickulott won the rock. So nickulott's having the opportunity, to have the first protect of this series, and yeah. For this one, actually, nickulott is actually one of the OG auto jump players back then. Back then, and him seeing playing on the OSU game as well is one of the blessings that we can have. So we are having a lot. We're having quite a few 7K players that is currently residing in the Philippines. So yeah. So for this one, as for bojii, there's no further questions being asked. One of the legends in the 7K and 4K scene, and also one of the winners of the 2023 Oceania 7K World Cup. So yeah. As for the protect, bojii protecting Racer again. Wow. One of the player favorites on this match. On this round as well, because we upon commentating some of the few matches on the finals. On the finals round, we have two four jump protects already. So as you can see on the previous round, Bueno got a 99.8 accuracy, and let's see how will Boj gonna be playing on this one. And as for the bands, we have here in HB2 band, because this one of the reasonable bands as well, because upon checking on the map pool showcase, hybrid 2 is actually really hard, because it's 193 BPM LN and Rise core stream. So it's not really easy to play this one, and that's a really fair ban. And as for nickulott, we have here a Rise 7 ban. Quite questionable, but I think banning this is it's not the chart is actually not comfortable for nickulott. So not really sure about the reasoning, but yeah, because Rise 7 is a mixed consistency pick, so probably the consistency side of things might not be a good thing for nickulott, so that's why he banned that. And yeah, as for the pick, I think nickulott Wonder also he will be granted the first pick on this one. But yeah, for this, this might be an LN versus, another LN versus Rise match. So they might be seeing, nickulott is gonna be opting more on to the LN side and bojii on the Rise side. So let's see. And yeah, as expected, we have here the first LN pick for nickulott, LN3, which is our LN density pick, and it's gonna be Aaron Smaholova. So yeah, LN3, LN density, really straightforward island streams here and there, and one of the factors here is the BPM, which is the speed of the LNs. So yeah. There you go. Let's proceed with the match already. It's starting really fast. It's kind of I didn't expect that, but yeah, I'm going back to this match. We have the LN3, and let's start off the bat with this, low key LN releases with the long jumps, 90 BPM long jumps. So yeah. So far, Nicolett's really consistent on this, so I'm getting a 99.7 accuracy right off the bat, while bojii is struggling on playing this L strings. Just to set up a bit of a context, the Ellen density is low key a chord stream, but on Ellens. But the trick here is I just you need to release these streams. You need to release these streams accurately. So um, it looks easy at actually it's not easy because we're on the finals level right now. But releasing Ellens is actually a tough a tall order to do. But actually we got here a first drop from nickulott, which is kind of unfortunate. And bojii is actually getting consistent on this one, and we're half through. We're half through on this map, and yeah. Accuracy side, on the accuracy side of things, we're fairly even, but nickulott, just as you can see onto the misses, bojii got an unfortunate miss onto that part, and you know, actually this stream is kind of lagging a bit, but anyway, moving on now. It's really a tough. It's really a tough match because everything's really even. But now nickulott is having a huge burst of 200s here and there, so he managed to drop on to the below the 99% mark, as well as bojii as well, and for that one, they are trading misses here and there, but I think nickulott's miss a while ago is a bit messier than bojii, so that's why he got an advantage here. So in another miss from nickulott, it seems quite unfortunate. So yeah, the song's gonna end, and we have here a first breakpoint from bojii. But all in all, a great performance from nickulott, by the way. Aside from those unfortunate misses, and actually, there's like it's more on the slider break side of things. That's why, um, that's why we got here. Let me just see the end screen. So yeah, I can see here on the end screen that actually the bojii got the upper hand on the accuracy as well. So that's why we got a breakpoint on this one. And yeah, actually, it's really close. And but yeah, moving on to the next pick. We have here EX3 from bojii, which is the mini tiebreaker. It's somewhat close to the tiebreaker, but not too much. So as being explained, I think it's actually self-explanatory. It's actually low-key the tiebreaker. So yeah. So there you have it. Getty versus DJ Dia, the Fox for Rays, one of the classics. And for this one, this is actually somewhat of a gamble to bojii, but because it's like a mix of since it's mentioned that it's a mini tiebreaker, it's low-key, it's a mix of a mixed rice and a mixed Ellen. So let's see how both of these players gonna handle through. And nickulott getting a bit of a 200 at the start, but on top of that, it's a miss. It's kind of unfortunate. So yeah, bojii is getting the upper hand of this for a while. And they actually, it's actually a really short song as well. So um, getting misses on this chart is actually a huge factor as well. But so you can see on the score gap, it's actually tricky, and both of the players are getting closer. And yep, oh my god, bojii getting like a much messier miss there, but it's being traded by nickulott, which is kind of unfortunate. So yep, we're close to the halfway, the 50% mark of the song. So let's see what's gonna happen. And yep, we're here on the streams, releases, and the 8-bit patterns is not getting everyone's favor aside from Bodge. Yeah, we're on the break section. It's just a bit of a break section there, and let's see how it's gonna play through on both of these players. So we're on the last third of the song. Let's see how will players gonna play this. But Boji's getting bigger, got a much bigger of the lead on this, 30k points ahead. But we're still on the last climax of the song, and there might be some things. There's something might happen on this one that can bring into Nicole's favor. But let's see. But it seems like the lead is starting to grow up onto Bodge's favor. So where there's not enough time, so it's gonna be a Bodge's point. But yeah, this is actually a really hard map, and I think Bodge might be Bodge favors a lot of these hard picks, especially the AX picks. But yeah, let's see how it goes through as the match progresses, because stamina might be a factor here, and the fatigue for both of these players might get into them. But yeah, moving on to the next pick. It's gonna be Nicolott's side again, so it's gonna be as on the based on the script, it's gonna be an Ellen pick. You might be seeing an inverse pick once again, or LN5. But my best bet on this one's gonna be LN5, because it's like the safest side of LNs is just you just need to be consistent. But no, Nicolot is opting for LN2. We're having a shield fest here, Fox. But unknowing Nicolot being an auto-jump player, this might be easier for him. So yeah. Okay. Actually, the song is kind of loud, so let me just lower it down on my end. So yeah, LN coordination. As the word explains, you need to coordinate your hands on holding these LNs, and on top of those LNs, there are shields. So you need to be really careful on that, because once you messed up, there's no there's no turning back, because the miss will come. Several misses will come over and over again once you mess up on the coordination side of things. But there's like a bit of a stream lag here. Hopefully it's not a DC, so yeah, it's trying to catch up. Okay, we're back on track. And I think I think it's a miss from Nickulott, and it's not a client miss. So yeah. Because upon checking here, I can see the stream is, the client's is lagging a bit. So yeah, actually it's a miss from Nickulott, and Boji's getting a miss as well. And yeah, things getting quite tough for this one. As I mentioned, you need your fingers to be coordinated on this one, and once you drop a single bit, everything will follow, and that's how tricky LN coordination is. So But so far we are having like a a fair bit of a lead in favor of Boji. 3,000, around 3,000 lead for Bodge. So it's not um it's not the end of the world for both players on this one. And the lead is starting to shrink if Boji's continuously to get some misses here and there. So for nickulott, he just need to be consistent in releasing this and be coordinated on his hands as well. But yeah, both players are keeping track on the combo game, so as for the accuracy, they're also even as well, which is which is a really good thing. But an unfortunate miss to nickulott will shrink the lead here back to Bodge for a while. But let's see. But yeah, the score is getting back and forth, and another miss from nickulott. So, but it's not the end of the world yet because we're still on the halfway of the song. So, yeah, nickulott just need to get back on touch with with his releases, and let's see what's gonna happen here. But seeing the accuracy side of things, both of them are still even. Okay, so we're on the low-key breaks. But you don't have to. You need to be. I mean, di ka pwede magpakampante. Ayun, wala English ko pre. Di ka pwede magpakampante dito sa part na to kasi kahit nasabihin mo medyo break section to, may coordination pa rin siya, may mga shields pa rin kasi medyo demonyo yung nagmamps. I should say. Pero yeah, let's go back onto this one. Okay. Let's see here. Nicholas getting on the accuracy side, and a miss from Bodge here will secure Nicholas' lead. So Nicholas just needs to be consistent on this one so that he can secure this pick actually. And we're on the last hurdle of this song, and for this one, who's gonna be more consistent? Who's gonna be more consistent? The one's gonna be more consistent is gonna win this match, and let's see what's gonna happen. It's gonna be who's gonna be and it's gonna be Nicolot. So yeah, actually a close one. And yeah, as you can see, Nicolot's having a less bit of a miss, and the accuracy side actually favors Nicolot as well because I'm looking on those grade counts, 89 versus 130. That's one of the factors why Nicolot got this pick. So yep, and right off the bat, EX1 from Boj. Di na nagpatumpik-tumpik si Boj. Dito na ulit tayo sa malupit na music. So yeah, ito na po. Demo yon Naido from Rory in the early 20s. Ito naman tayo. Ito yung mga tipong music na masarap pakinggan bago matulog. Joke lang, joke lang. But yeah, EX1. Harder side of the pool, mixed rice. So yeah, but on this chart, it's more opted onto the bursty side of things. So it's more on the techie part. So this might favor Spoji. So yeah, but let's see how Nicolott's gonna play on this one. Uh, because based on the previous performance, Nicolott's actually it's actually have an edge as well on these kinds of things. But man, look at those. Every one up top one bits. There's like an uneven mini jump snap, which is really tricky to time. And as you can see, actually Nicholas having a hard time playing this because it's there's like an uneven delay sweep. There's like a mini jacks, and those bursts are really not too friendly. And look at Bodge. My God. I think I have cursed him, but whatever. It's still on to the comfort zone of the 99% accuracy. But as expected of Bodge, which is really famous in getting these really high accuracies on rice picks. But yeah, but nickulott's actually playing really good, despite how difficult this pick is. Yes, he's still being able to combo this right off the bat. So yeah, we're actually on the two-thirds side of the map, and let's see how can Nickel still bounce back on this one. But compared, in comparison to the accuracy, 96.5 versus 99.4, this is a really tall order for Nickulott, to catch, to bounce back, given this, 70,000 lead. But this burst and on this second part is actually they are actually the same as the first, but there's like a much denser record stream that was added on this section, and it really makes the chart way even trickier to hit. And as those drills as well, there are like those are Grace jump drills in for key terms. So yeah, bojii will take this, and look at that accuracy from Bodge, 553, 300s only. Despite the misses that you have, the accuracy is, gives Bodge the edge on this pick. But yeah, given the situation, it's now nickulott's pick, and it's gonna be we're gonna be going back to the Ellen on the Ellen side of things as well. And while waiting, and yeah, nickulott, yeah, that's what I've told a while ago. Nickulott should open to to this to LN5, which is the consistency Ellen pick, because the Ellen consistency is is the easier version of Ellen's, but the thing is it's just longer than compared to the other regular Ellen picks. So we have here Aimi featuring Akino, Hoseki Oyadosu. I'm sorry for butchering the name. I am not that good at Japanese yet. I'm still studying, so yeah. We're so yep. Here we go again. Ellen 5. And Boji is getting an early drop, but it doesn't matter at the start because we still have a long way to go on this song. But in my opinion, this map is actually more on the release side, considering the BPM. But so if you were able to get in touch with that, if you were able to to release much better compared to the other player, you can get a slight edge of this pick. But going back, actually Bodge, I consider that Bodge getting two misses compared to Nickulott's first miss, and actually there's like a second one. So on the accuracy side of things, Niccolò has the edge at the moment. But as I mentioned, we still have a long way to go on this song. And at the moment, it's slightly on Nicholas' favor. So yeah, and Nicholas getting a bit. I mean, Bodge getting a miss, but it's getting traded by Nicholas. So the score gap doesn't really made any changes whatsoever. And we're having like a lag, a stream lag here. Not a stream lag, the client lag. But
Yeah,
in any
kahapon
case,
pa
the
yung
stream is going pretty well.
kahapon pa yung client na yan. Really, really sorry for that.
Yeah, it's all good, it's all good. Things happen, so and it's uncontrollable on our side, so it's all good. But yeah, going back to this one, everything is the same. Nicolette's getting the edge, and Bodge is getting some random misses here and there. So it increases Nicolette's lead by a bit. So yeah. Once we reach the 400 combo breakpoint for Bodge, the score lead will slightly decrease. Depends on who releases better. So yeah, Another miss from Bodge. So yeah, the goal for this map is whoever's more consistent will take home the bacon. But yeah, we're on the bridge. Okay, on in slightly on the break section. So yep, 10,000 gold lead for why gold? Gold. Did I just said gold lead? Score lead from nickulott. So yeah, we're on the last third of the map, which is the much more dense section, and more on to more opted onto the coordination side and inverse side of things. So yeah. Okay, there's the inverse. Both of them were able to hit it, and as for the accuracy lead, they're like really close. And actually, the man, I keep saying gold. The score lead is getting closer and closer towards Bodge. Yeah, because we're hitting the 400 combo breakpoint, and Nicolette's getting like these clean misses here and there. But yeah, so yep, Nicolot is actually getting there. We're getting closer to the map and to the ending of the map, and I can see here that Nicolot takes the point because of the combo and consistency that he built up and on the entirety of the song. So yep, what I can say is actually a really close score from Nicolot because Bodge is accuracy and accuracy is making it closer to Nicola's score, and the miss count as well is a huge factor onto the win. And yep, going back to the pick side of things, we have here Bodge picking his protect Rise 4. There you go. So for this one, it's either Nicolot will take a tactical rest or just have fun with the pick because it's in my let's be honest here. It's gonna be an impossible feat for Niccolo to win this round. So upon checking the chat, I can see. Okay, Rise for Ruder Buster, mapped by Yukiname. And actually, the factor here is the core jack density is fine. It's kind of light as we should say, but the tough one here is the drain time, which is more than 3 minutes, and playing core jack in 3 minutes straight is actually not it's really hard. So yep, core jack pick. And I don't want to mention something because I want to see something amazing onto the end of these charts. So yeah, let's just enjoy the show here as a certain person is like playing in autoplay. So let's just set that aside. Okay, Vodge getting 99.98. And actually, Nicolette is actually doing really well on this one, but but the accuracy of Watch is just out of this world. So yeah. Yep, we're on the quarter part of this song, and Nicolette's getting an unfortunate mister and make him drop from 99.6 up to to the 99.3 mark. But Bodge is still on. Bodge is kind of locked in, getting that getting those. Look at the UR bar of Bodge. It's so narrow. and it's like gaining an accuracy from 99.97. But yeah, Nicolot is kind of for getting a bit of a hard time getting consistent on these jacks, and it's going to drop on to the 99% mark. So, but still, it's a really good performance from him. So we're on the low key break section here, and after that, I think the song will still proceed, and it's gonna be non-stop chord jacks all over again. Gonna be jack, jack, jack. Jack lang ng jack. But yeah, proceeding on to the last third of the song, Boji is kind of getting a bit of an accuracy drop. I think I forgot the Boj getting a miss. But yeah, seeing the scores, it's getting unreal. But on the previous match from Botanic, we have a 99.82 score run, which is actually impressive, um, as all things considered. But yeah, we're like on to the last drop of the song. Nicolot is actually really consistent on this one. It's just the consistency on getting a good accuracy on the score jack is he's quite struggling on that one. But all in all, is doing a really great job on doing these combos here and there. Versus Boji as well. But yeah, we're on the end of the song, and 33 goal score advantage to Bodge, and Nicolas getting a bit of unfortunate drop here. But yeah. 993k from Bodge, and 111 misses as well. Wow. As expected from Bodge, if I think if he gets like a 0 miss and 50 counts there, it's gonna be like a 99.95 or 99.96 run as well, which is more impressive. But given the score, it's it's out of this world. Let's just say that. But props to Nicolette as well, getting almost a 3,000 combo on this run, because playing Corjax is no joke. not let's not lie on this one. But going to back to the picks, Nicolette is opting to the release side of things. I think this is one of Nicolette's comfort zone as well. But given the performance last match, Nicolette needs to be extra careful on this one, because it's OD7 releases and it's 3 minutes. So yeah. Gonna be HHK's man, how to English? Euphorianic. It's like volcanic. Botanic. Botanic. Man, they rhyme with each other. But yeah, Ellen release pick, OD7, 3 minutes. You should be careful on releasing this, because it might affect your overall accuracy. Okay. SHK, one of the legends, the one who composes Identity Part 2, the Identity series to be specific, one of the goated composers of all time. Okay, so yeah, it's like bracket Ellens with uneven releases. So yeah, look at the accuracy. So far accuracy favors Bodge, but we're still on the early phase of the song, so let's just set that aside for now. But the score lead is it's actually really close. It's below 4K score lead, so yeah. So yep, So far, we're still not getting that, that 99% accuracy on this map because on how absurd the OD is. But accuracy. Talking about accuracy, Bodge dropped from high 98 to high 97, which will favor Nicolot for this one. And yep, as you can see on the score, it's Nicholas having a slight bit of an edge given the accuracy lead, but an unfortunate miss comes through, and it's gonna be traded by Botch. So whoever's gonna be get the 400 score breakpoint will get the lead here. So please stay tuned. Okay, so yep, as I mentioned, Nicolot gets the first 400 breakpoint, and we'll get on to that lead because Bodge get unfortunate miss there. So yep, it's still everyone's game here because as you can see, the accuracy of both players is really close, and Bodge getting another miss, and that will seal the deal for Nicholas lead. But Nicholas traded another one, but it's a much cleaner miss compared to Bodge, and yep, Bodge will get another miss as well and another one. So the lead will up into Nicholas as far as we know, as we notice on the misses. So it's gonna be a 6k gold lead. So yep, another trade of misses between the two. So the score will not impact anything at all. But yep, we're on to the last quarter of the song, and we can see Nicholas getting a clean miss. And for this one, Bodge needs to be consistent onto this last section because this is still anyone's game, and yeah, Bodge is getting a miss, and that should not happen on this end. But there's like the last climax of this song, so yeah, Nicholas getting consistent and getting on to that 12k goal, 12k score advantage. So yeah, for this one, Nicholas needs to have a really messy miss sequence in order for Bodge to get this point. But we're getting close to the end. I think Nicholas gets this, and there you go. Really clean run from Nicolot, and yeah, that will get his third point. What an amazing run for Nicolot, and two misses on the entirety of this one is really amazing. But considering Bodge 300 count versus Nicolot's, yeah, it actually give him a slight edge, but the unfortunate misses on Bodge's side really makes Nicolot see take this point. And going back to the picks, we have here Rise 6. Oh no, our wild card tech pick. And on top of the category, it's also being mapped by Turks, which is which is not a good thing to hear when you're not a big fan of tech charts. So we have here categories one night. If you love Fortnite, press 1. I'm kidding. Don't play Fortnite. Yep. Oh no. Oh wow. Everyone's getting ready as soon as possible. But yeah, accuracy side of things, Bodge getting the edge as expected, 99.8 versus 97.5 from Nicolot. So yep, this might be getting a bit tougher for Nicolot, but let's see what's gonna happen. So yeah, wow, these patterns are really absurd. You need you need to have a really good control of your hands because these snaps and bursts are not really friendly. But yeah, with that, let me just do a bit of a water break because the match is going going continuously. And yeah, guys, stay hydrated as well. So yep, going back to the match, we have here a huge score gap between the two because on how Bodge plays this chart, 99.5 versus 96.5. But yeah, and I'm sorry if there's like a bit of a water ASMR there because I forgot to mute my mic. But yep, but moving on, we are here on to the main drop of the song, which is like the schizo moment that we are going to have. Um, is one of the really nice songs that you want to listen to before sleeping. So yep, we're having a miss from Botch and Nicholas actually struggling on this one, which will move him below the 96% mark. And we're on getting closer to the end of the song, and let's see how will Bosch gonna play this. Gonna maintain the 99.5 accuracy or not? Let's see. And okay, Bosch getting the 99.52 accuracy, which is a really nice score, 971k as well. Wow, what what a stellar performance from Boji. And nickulott, I think it's this like more likely, a bit of a tactical rest for him because it's not a really friendly chart, and it's understandable to to get these kinds of scores. So hopefully he can bounce back on this one, and yeah, they're opting straight onto EX2, the K-pop, twice the feels, twice the feeling, twice the score. Twice the score, twice the point. Just kidding. If you win this, you will get 1 point. Ah, yes. Buti na lang. Woo! Napabreak. Kailangan uminom ng tubig, sir. Tuloy-tuloy yung comms ko. Feeling ko may ano eh, guys, pag mga gantong mga hype moments, di ba? Feeling ko may parang mas suitable na commentator dito. Ano, nagsisimula yun sa letter A, tingin ko. Kung di nagsisimula sa letter A, nagsisimula sa letter S. Anong tingin nyo guys? Tingin nyo? But yeah, moving on to the map we have here, K-pop. Kung kabisado mo na yung kanta dahil nakamute, pakinggan mo lang sa isip mo. Makikita mo na. Ganyan yan. Para maging pro player ka ng auto jam, kailangan nakamute ka tapos alam mo na sa isip mo yung kanta. Ganun din pag naglalaro ka ng SB. And unfortunately, di ko alam yung kanta kaya hindi ko siya makakanta. Unfortunate sa side ng audience, pero fortunate sa akin. Wait lang. Pasensya na guys ha, naka-single monitor lang ako. Tingnan natin. Twice feels. Kaso nasa gitna na tayo ng kanta eh. Saka hindi ko alam yung melody sir. Maibad na lang. Bawi tayo next year. Or next round kung may K-pop pick man. And yep, going back to the chart, tama na ang kwentuhan. Mangyayari dito ay parang bad news sa yata tayo kay nickulott because he's getting a much a much Boji is getting a slight edge on the accuracy as well as on the overall score because kumukombo siya. And for Boji, yeah, he's on this slight edge of this because seeing on the score there's like a 15k score lead, but we're not. This is not the end of the world for nickulott, as long as because there's like a really really tough section here because there are like a shieldy patterns. If nickulott can manage to hit those, he can get a slight of an edge for this map. So let's see. But so far, Bodge getting consistent onto this score to be specific. 22 gold. Pre! Ba't sinasabi ko lagi gold? Accuracy, score lead, score lead, score lead, score lead. Hi. Kakanood ka ng LOL to, pre. But then, going back to this one, we have here the last quarter of the song. So this is gonna be opted more onto the shieldy stuff. So this might be an edge for Nicolot, but let's see. Let's see if Nicolot can still bounce back on this one, despite having the 35,000 point lead on this chart. So yeah, there's like the coordination stuffs, shieldy stuffs, the stir shields. So what the hell was that pattern, bro? But yeah, going back to this one, we're on to this, onto the shieldy stuff and the wavy stuff. So the stir shields. Let's see who's gonna be having a slight edge on this one, but this score is still not fluctuating back to Nicolot, unfortunately. So we're having still a stagnated score of the hero of 4,000 40,000 score lead to Bodge. So on the accuracy side of things, Bodge still has the edge, which is on the 98.5. And there you go. There's the end of the song. And Bodge is getting a break point once again for this pick. And now is on a match point. So yep, the another unfortunate thing on this one is Bodge gonna be picking his pick as well. So let's see what's Bodge going to pick. Okay, so team song daw ni Kamatayan, Rice Tree. So yeah, there we go. The Grim Reaper team song, hands down the final dance, aka level 999 that melody. Dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee. So yep, I think we can now unmute this song because there you go. What a banger of the song. So yep, non-stop 240 BPM streams. So let's see how both players gonna play this and enjoy the show. Will Bosch take this point and proceed to the grand finals losers bracket, or we can still have Nicolot, to have another chance to to get into the tiebreaker. So let's see. Okay, Ikuzu. Yep, there you go. Bodge getting on to the edge of the accuracy department, and Nicolet's, I think Nicolet's still getting used onto these streams because 240 BPM streams is no joke. So yeah, the thing about fast court stream is actually it's like there's like a mix of them and mix of patterns on for this certain category in the later stages of the game because as you can recall on the early stages we have here the speed streams which like consists of like around 240 bpm onwards. So and we if we proceed on to the later stage which is this category, it's actually a combine of a chord jack, a speed stream, and a chord stream. So that's actually how you design a speed chord stream on the later stage of the game. So if you have high BPM subs and want to map chord stream, that's a wonderful tip that I can provide. As a 40 as a big fan of a speed chord stream. There you go. But yeah, let's go to the chorus, and we're still seeing here a 10k score advantage to Bosch because given on to that accuracy lead that he had built up, that gives him an edge on this song. So yeah. But in all seriousness, what the hell is that accuracy from Bosch? It's actually so absurd. It's yeah, it's this score is so absurd coming from the Grim Reaper of the lower bracket. But yeah, if you haven't taken a rest from the first third of the song, you might that's actually bad news for you because the pattern is just non-stop after that first part. But yeah, Nicolette is actually struggling on this one because the stamina side of things. As I mentioned a while ago, that this the chart is non-stop after the first quarter of it. But on the good note, Bodge is still hitting those and having a consistent accuracy because despite having those misses, minimal misses, which is actually clean, Bodge is actually but she's actually there. Getting these streams here and there, getting consistent. So I think this will seal the deal for Bodge because we're, as you can see on the score graph below, Bodge having almost an 80k score advantage, and yeah, that seals the deal for this pick. And once again, Bosch will proceed on to the grand finals lower bracket, and it's gonna be facing Bueno on the next round. And for Nicolette, thank you very much for participating in this Page Nationals 7K tournament, and actually you're having a great run, and I hope that on the next iteration of Page Nationals you should still participate because you are doing really really great on this one. And yeah, and for Botch, what an insane performance on this one, 980k. So yeah. Yep, that seals the round for the also Mania 7K PH Nationals 2025, and for the podium finishes we have Sunny waiting on to the upper bracket, and waiting just waiting for the winner between Bueno and Bodge, and that's going to happen next week.
Indeed.
So yeah, what a stellar performance from him, and I hope that we will able to see more banger matches next round. And yep, that seals the deal for this one. And for the Maple Showcase, I think it's gonna be happening again tomorrow. So any last words for this one?
I mean,
Wow.
usually it happens tomorrow.
I'm
Wait a
upon
minute.
up.
There we go, there we go. Like the Maple Showcase, usually it happens tomorrow. Let's just see na lang kasi...
Depending on the progress.
Hintayin na lang natin yung announcement. Yun na lang. Hintayin na lang.
Yeah.
Let's wait for the announcements. So, for
Yeah,
Maple
so-
Showcase, when it is, just wait for the announcements. We will be updating you guys. Again, Paul Kappa, it's been wonderful hearing your commentary once again.
Thank you very much for this opportunity as well to do the comms. And yeah, for the remaining players, just stay tuned on the Maple Showcase that might happen today or tomorrow. But yeah, it depends on.
It's not happening.
Depends on announcement.
I'm gonna guarantee it's not happening. It's not happening today.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, ayun na. Sinabi na lang isang puller ng 4K, pero 7K, wala pa as for the progress, it might not happen today as well. So yeah, that's.
Hindi naman usually nag-happen it doesn't really happen on Sundays. Usually naman talaga it's the day after. But after that, I think the most important thing though is like what you said, the players remaining, just wait for the Maple Showcase announcement. And may I also add, congrats to the top 3 in 4K. I think that's gonna be bojii at the top, and then there's Levet and 4Can. And here in 7K, I think that's Sunny Bueno bojii, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the podium. The order is not confirmed, but the players definitely. That's all. The podium. That's the top 3. So now, is there anything you want to add before we go?
Masabi ko lang is good job on the stellar performance for both players. And as for Sunny Bueno and Butch, good luck next week. So yep, going back to you, LC.
All right. Thank you so much, Paul Kappa. Again, it's wonderful to have you commentate these matches. Thank you so much for covering on that side. Again, Triangle Bear for being an MVP this week, and literally refed almost everything. And also to Normie Player also refed a lot of the matches. Also shoutouts to Epsilon, Sonafuru, who were backup streamers. They did their work very well. Paul Kappa being a commentator, and Laser Reed as well for commentating today. There's been so many people, like, you guys made this entire tournament possible. Without the wonderful staff, I hope I didn't forget someone, but without the wonderful staff who helps run this tournament, this weekend would not even be possible. So shoutouts to everyone who worked on this weekend. Thank you, everyone. Of course, that includes the other co-hosts and the map pool selectors as well. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming to this stream. I can't believe I'm saying this, but that's the final match of this weekend. Like what Paul Kappa said, that's all. That's finals week. And now, all we can do is wait for the Grand Finals Showcase and for Grand Finals Weekend. Thanks so much, everyone, again, for coming to the stream. Thank you for Paul Kappa for the wonderful commentary once again. That's all for this weekend. See you on the Grand Finals Showcase.
Bye.